I don't usually review books on this pod, but since reading David Litt's It's Only Drowning, a surfing memoir, and chatting to him about his surf journey, I thought, why the hell not? It's worth it. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. When I asked David Litt, author of It's Only Drowning, a brand new surfing memoir, if Hollywood had come calling yet, and who he thinks should play him and his brother-in-law, Matt, he redirected the question. Well, if I had to cast Matt, I'd choose Chris Hemsworth. Maybe a slightly disheveled, long-haired, bearded Hemsworth, because I know he can surf. As for David himself, he'd cast Jesse Eisenberg. And after reading the book, I'm feeling that energy for him too. I titled the movie, FFS, It's Only Surfing Stupid. It's 2020. Jesse Eisenberg is feeling down. His brother-in-law, Chris Hemsworth, is not. Maybe it has something to do with that hobby of his called surfing, Jesse ponders. He tries it. He's hooked. He dreams big. North Shore big. He calls Chris for help. Chris obliges. The conflict? One is a highly educated, politically correct, world-aware guy who scares easily. The other is a daredevil electrician with a soft spot for Joe Rogan. But it isn't a buddy comedy. And while our hero eventually reaches the North Shore of Hawaii, it's mostly a physical destination, not an emotional one. But if you've ever wondered what it feels like to learn to surf, like really feel it, this book will give you that. From first lessons on the East Coast to surf retreats in Costa Rica, from Santa Cruz to Spain to a wave pool in Texas, it's all there. Once David decided he'd write a book, he started recording voice memos after each session. The result is a very rare and raw insight into the internal experience of a new surfer. Paddling out, battling whitewash, taking a drop, wiping out. The stuff most of us barely analyze, let alone remember. Is the book funny? Funnish. Totally worth it for the rental car in Spain story. But David's no Colin Jost, Seth Rogen, or David Spade, whose memoirs made me pee my pants. What he is, instead, is brutally honest and gloriously filter-free. To some, he may come off as pompous or living in an intellectual bubble. But that's kind of the point, isn't it? David is who he is. Matt is who he is. They're dramatically different people and dramatically different surfers. Yet they share a passion, travel the world together, and manage to peacefully coexist at family dinners. That's a pretty solid start, wouldn't you say? Now, bring on the sequel. And that's all for today. Check out the Wipeout Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories, and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wipeout Weekly.